everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Pisces. Pisces, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, finding out more about life coaching, or just seeing what I'm up to over the next few months, I'm about to update my list on the Facebook page this week. So you can go to Facebook at the Aussie Goddess and like my page, and pinned to the top of the page is everything and where I'm at. But I am about to update that, so maybe think about doing that later in the week. Please remember that these readings are only general. And when we say general, we're reading to a collective, so it may not be your reading this week. If it is your reading and it does resonate with you, I ask that you give it a thumbs up and help me to grow the channel. We're going to use the Black and Gold Tarot for your reading today. Let's see where you're up to. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. We're seeing a lot of fours this morning. Everything has been fours. Fours, 44, fours in the cards, fours falling everywhere today. So there is very strong angelic help or strong support from your spirit guides this week. The Four of Cups is a card that talks about some sort of offer being made that wasn't taken. Now, if this is you, it could be that you were offered something that you didn't feel was worthy. You were offered something that may have been not really, this is an offer from the divine here. But you may have been offered something that was really good, but maybe you've had too much of it in the past. This could be offered love and you're a bit over love at the moment. But there's something that's being offered here that you are refusing through boredom. I do have the Four of Wands here. So for me, it could be that somebody's offered you a relationship or some sort of situation here, or you could be bored with a relationship. Sometimes when we see that Four of Cups, it's like, I really don't want to do this again. I really don't want to go through this again. So it's very possible that some sort of energy here. Look, there's the Husband card. Okay, what's behind him? Some of you have walked away from a relationship. Yep. Maybe you are dealing with somebody who hasn't either been faithful to you, who's possibly, you've closed something out here. All right, just want to have a look. The Towers behind that. Wow, Pisces, what is going on for you this week? Let me just go through. So there's something that you don't want anymore. And I feel like for some of you, this may be a relationship, but what it can also mean is that you don't want to repeat a pattern. Maybe you've had a relationship that's gone south and you're trying to understand how to have a relationship now without ending up in the same energy here. Something here you're letting go of, or you're walking away from. There was some sort of energy that you didn't walk away from it. Something has been pushed or forced upon you that you didn't want. And I feel like you're either dealing with someone who has not been faithful to you or has somehow got into this devil energy. Something needs to be closed out with this World card, but there's some sort of energy of the world falling down around you. But I want to say to you, out of this will come something incredibly good. So whatever you're letting go of now, whatever you're walking away from, whether it may be for some of you, you may be walking away from something that you thought was going to turn out really good. Maybe somehow or another you saw someone here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, strong Capricorn energy, but you may have thought this person had great potential. Perhaps you're letting go of an idea rather than an actual situation. So maybe you are letting go of something that you've been thinking about, you thought would go somewhere but didn't. Maybe you were dealing with someone who was only in it for the short term. Maybe you have fallen for this person, but you're letting this energy go here because there's some sort of energy of realization. Maybe you were obsessing over this person. Maybe you were finding it very difficult to let them go. But with the World card, that tells me that you're letting go of something, and you're letting go of an old idea or thought or something. Because whatever you're letting go of here or refusing to take is allowing you to build your empire, I want to say. Oh boy, so we've had this card coming out in all the readings. So there is something here that people are letting go of. Some way of thinking, some way of doing. This is about releasing blocked energy. So if you've been focused on a certain way of doing things, like for example, I'll never meet anyone, I'm just going to stay home, and then you're staying at home saying, well, I can't meet anyone, maybe that old way of doing things is no longer serving you. Maybe you have to release that and get out and party. It could be that you are not getting a job, but maybe you're going about it the same way every time and you're not releasing an old way of doing things. It could be that not just a pattern that you're doing, but it could be that you are refusing to release, and this is a 4 card again, you're refusing to release something here, maybe a person, maybe an idea of a person, maybe something here that you are refusing to let go of. So the universe is trying to bring in something new here. It keeps coming up. The universe is trying to get you to trust them. Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands coming through. Yep, overanalysis paralysis. Oh, and there's the Moon card. So today, because I did the What's Cracking and the bonus read, they were all about this same energy, Pisces. So you're very much in this collective energy at the moment. This is about us understanding how to release energy to be able to manifest what we want. So it seems that a good part of the collective, or a good part of the people on the planet, are hanging on to things without realizing how to release, to bring in, how to manifest. When you're in this energy, you can't manifest because you're not flowing with the universe. You're blocked. And that means you can't flow. You're not grounded. 7 of Pentacles coming through with the Page of Pentacles. You're about to get some sort of message here. It's something to do with overthinking and strategizing. Doing things without going through your emotions. Releasing your emotions. Definitely releasing your emotions with the Moon. The universe is about to bring you some sort of energy, assistance, help, understanding with something that you are still hanging on to that needs to be released. There it is. Brand new start with the Ace of Swords. Okay, Strength card coming through. This is something here. Look at this. 7 of Swords. There is something here you are denying yourself or sabotaging yourself because you're unable to let go of doing something a certain way. So say, for example, and I heard somebody do this the other day and I thought it's really sad we get stuck in this belief. I've heard it actually said to me about 3 times this week. This hasn't happened. And I say, why don't you follow it up? Oh, I don't like to seem that I'm a pain. Or I don't like to be a bother. Or, you know, oh no, it's okay, I'll let them get back to me. So for one person, it was about a financial thing where they were waiting for some sort of financial news to come through. And I said, have you contacted a solicitor or a lawyer? And they said, oh no, I don't know if I'm meant to. You're paying that person a lot of money to act on your behalf. If you have to ring them every day and say, where is it up to? Then that is your right. But don't have the belief that you're going to be bothersome to somebody or that it isn't the right thing to do. For another one, it was that somebody hadn't got back to them on something. So they'd rang somebody and waited for something and they hadn't got back. And they said, I don't want to keep ringing because it looks like I'm being a nuisance. Is this something that you've paid for? Is it something you've invested your time and energy into? Why are you worried about asking? Old belief. I can't do this because of this. So 3 times I've heard that this week, that people will not follow things up because they're worried about being a nuisance. That is an outdated belief. If you want something and you've paid for it and you're being disadvantaged by it, you have every right to ask for some sort of energy of what's going on. It does not hurt to do those things. So if this is the case, this is an outdated belief. I'll be a bother if I ask for something for myself. There is something here that you need to dislodge in order to move your life forward. You're stuck in an energy of overanalysis paralysis. So you may be thinking about that. You may be going over and over in your head. Should I call? Should I call? No, I won't. No, I won't. Should I call? No, I won't. Overanalysis paralysis. There is something here that you need to see in a very different way so you can release it from your shadow side, releasing this emotion, whatever it is for you, and take up this sword of truth. Because you may be refusing the very thing that's going to bring you joy and happiness. There is stability here. I feel like for some of you, this is releasing an old relationship. Maybe you're holding back on doing that because you have a belief that, marriage should last forever, or, my parents were married. I've heard that one. My parents were married for 20 years, so therefore I have to put up with an abusive situation because that's the right thing to do. And it's not. So there's something here you are releasing yourself from here, something that you have been fighting against or you have been fighting with for a very long time. Something has to go, something that you need to move to the next stage with and release some sort of energy that's holding you back from completing a cycle and getting rid of this old energy that's no longer serving you, rebuilding a new version of yourself here to bring in your abundance. So this is about really strategizing here, letting go of the emotions that are keeping you stuck. What are the emotions? What is your belief system? What do you believe about yourself? Maybe you're believing you can't manifest. Maybe you believe you can't have what you want. Whatever it is here, you're being asked to release it so that you can move into a new cycle. And the new cycle will be much clearer to you as to why you can't hang on to energies. Because you have the Ace of Swords here. Now, for some of you, I do see the universe giving you some sort of epiphany or some sort of wake-up call through a gift here. So you may get an understanding of this. You may be shown something that makes you go, ah. Now, if it's releasing an old relationship or releasing a person, and you're hanging on, maybe thinking that it's been disgusting for years, but maybe it will get better if I just hang on to it for a bit longer. The universe is going to show you why it needs to be released. You're being shown here how to do that. So whatever this is, it is going to be absolutely life-changing for you, Pisces, because you're going to be able to see how to free yourself up and move forward from an energy. There's stability coming in for you, but it can't come in until you let something go. For some of you, it may be overthinking. For others of you, it may be an old way of thinking. For others of you, it's just not trusting the universe. It's just sitting in your own emotions and letting them go backwards and forwards. You're not co-creating with the universe. You're trying to do something by yourself, so you may be trying to control outcomes or bring about the outcome you want, when it may not be the outcome. Maybe you're hanging on to an old person, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Maybe you're refusing to let them go because you believe they are your soulmate. Maybe you need to move away from this now. All right, let's pull an oracle card. I could go on this for hours, this one, because I know that for some of you here, it's very difficult for you to understand what you're hanging on to. Maybe you're watching too many tarot card readings and it's distorting your ideas here. Wow, a consciousness of lack. There we go. Look at that. That's exactly what it's about. Wow, I love it. The spirit is so incredibly clever. If you're hanging on to something, you're telling the world that you are lacking, that you don't have it. And the more you do that, the more you're going to go into a lack mentality. Oh my goodness, I opened straight to the page. I love it. Okay, so this is what the universe is trying to get through. Something is missing. A man leans dejectedly on a concrete heart, his back turned to the potential golden beauty held there. His melancholy seems overwhelming, and this card may reveal a similar energy for you at this time. There may be a financial limitation for you, possibly even significant money woes. But this card could indicate restriction in either areas as well. You may be experiencing some limitations in love or relationships, and the feelings of loss could be frustrating or sad. This consciousness card reveals even deeper issues than the great gratitude card reversed. It demands that you shift out of the lack consciousness now, even if you feel something is missing in your life. Your fear only restricts you further, making you more miserable and manifesting more limitation. It may be difficult to focus on something positive when you're lonely or have financial troubles, but it's absolutely necessary to do so if you want to change that reality. Take the steps you need to resolve whatever issue may be bothering you, but don't stop there. Make the energetic cause to always acknowledge what you have, even to the smallest detail. Choosing to value yourself and your life will break down the harsh feelings in your heart and bring some amazing experiences to you. Wow, wasn't that an amazing card to get? Thanks, Pisces.